Tater, what's your thoughts on the new League of Legends champion?
There's a new League of Legends champion? What? Say no more, I'm on my way.
How's it going, everyone? My name is ThymeShock, but you can call me Tater Tot, and it looks like we've got a new champion to look at today. So we're looking at Sylas, the Unshackled. Easily one of the coolest champions I think we've gotten in a while. Let's see what it's all about. Once I was a prisoner, like you, locked away by cowards and hypocrites. Left to die for the way I was born. Nothing to live for but vengeance. Nothing to lose but my chains. Yet in the revolution to come, our revolution, these chains will liberate us all, and I will make sure we are never shackled again. As you can tell, he's already a pretty edgy character. Real quick, before we watch this, are we able to watch the actual thing for him? Sorry, I found it. Started a little bit late, but it's okay. Let's see what this character is. Okay. He's obviously been locked away for a while. So interesting. Why is it in a circular pattern like that? Oh, here we go. Jumping into the footage already. Wow! I love the color scheme with his chains. Wow, he got a lot of healing and a huge shield. Whoa, holy crap. Holy, he just killed Garen with his own ult. Oh, there it is. You can see he steals it right there. This trailer is getting dark. Lux is helping the bad guy. What? Now that we've seen that, which I've actually watched several times now, I am so stoked for this character. Let's go over some of his lore real quick. Basically, to summarize, when he was a kid, you might be shocked, but he is a mage. He does magic damage. He is a mage. He was born a mage in Demacia to a poor family. Basically gets caught. He becomes a mage seeker. They use him because he has the ability to see other people who have magic, and they use that to basically hunt for magic people. It's really, really messed up. Demacia is all kinds of messed up. And there's an event, you'll have to go read on the lore, but basically he finds out that he can steal powers, and he was trying to protect this little girl who happened to be a mage. He ends up killing, I think, her dad, and the other mage seeker is a huge mess. And so he gets locked away for 15 years, I believe it was. And, you know, over time, he's gotten to see the hypocrisy and all the messed up stuff that's in Demacia. For example, I love that Riot has finally acknowledged that Garen, who, you know, wears armor that's supposed to prevent magic, calls down a giant magical sword as his ultimate. Like, what the fuck? Alright, sure, whatever, Garen. And so Sylas starts noticing all these things, like even in the highest people, he can see the magic in them. And depending on how strong it is or how beautiful their magic is, it shines brighter. So Lux shines real bright to him. And they start some way or another forming a relationship and communicating. And apparently she helps set him free, from what it seems. And that's pretty crazy. It's like Lux is kind of turning her back on Demacia, but at the same time, she's a mage, and they don't like mages. It's kind of like, think of it as he's Magneto from X-Men. Like, that is what's going on right now. It's really cool. Anyways, you'll have to look up more lore. I'm not a lore guy. Let's go into the abilities, shall we? First ability, actually should be the passive, Petricite Burst. Okay. So after casting a spell, Sylas' next basic attack whirls his chains around him, damaging nearby enemies. Again, or not again, I can already tell that he seems like he's going to be a jungler. I mean, it's kind of weird because he's a mage and he does AP, and there's not too many mages that can jungle. But if you use an ability and auto attack, he does have great AoE. It looks like he does. I mean, you can't really tell what the damage numbers are just from this, but I don't know. It looks pretty good. Next up is Chain Lash. Sylas lashes out with his chains, damaging and slightly slowing enemies after a brief delay. The intersection of the chains detonates, applying an increased slow and damaging enemies again. Let's see that again. It's cool that you can choose the direction that the chains overlap. And it's really cool that, like, after you've hit the ground, it creates this fissure and then it, like, explodes. I really like what they've done with him here, where basically he is an escaped prisoner. He has these chains on him, but now it's a part of, like, the way he fights, and he uses the magic that's built up within them, which is kind of in the lore. You'll have to go look that up. And I like how, like, he hits things, and you'll see later on he can, like, reach out and grab people. Like, he goes scorpion style. It kind of reminds me of, like, Camille. He has a bunch of other characters' abilities into his kit, so it's not the most creative, I guess, as far as the abilities, but they look really cool. And his ultimate is definitely a game changer. It's something we haven't seen before, but it's really cool. So let's go ahead and check out his W. Kingslayer. Sylas lunges at a target with a powerful strike, damaging them and healing himself. If the enemy is at low health, the damage is increased. If Sylas is at low health, the heal is increased. So big outplay potential here. You can see that's a huge heal. That seems a bit ridiculous. I believe that is a point and click as well. Let's see, what's this one? Abscond and Abduct. So the dash is Abscond. Sylas dashes a short distance and shields himself. And then he abducts for a short time. He can recast the ability to whip out his chain, stunning, damaging, and pulling himself to the target. This is important to know because the target means he can do jungle camps. It doesn't have to be a champion. It's awesome. This is really cool. It also means that laning would be kind of hard just because, unlike Camille's E, his E will get stuck on a minion. He has to miss the minions. So this is why I definitely think he's going to be a jungler, or at least more suited to the jungle. I'm sure you could probably pull him off in other lanes. It just depends on how, like, maybe mid. If his wave clear is good with his Q, then I could definitely see it happening. Otherwise, he's definitely going to be a jungler, hands down. Maybe a support, but I doubt it. Let's get to the greatest thing about this character's kit. His ultimate, Hijack. Sylas hijacks an enemy's ultimate for his own use. You can see it is a point and click. He just saps it from them. Enemies can still use their ultimates. If Sylas takes them, Sylas then can take an enemy's ultimate whenever hijack is off cooldown, but can't hijack the same enemy for a while after. And I guess I was reading it, and basically the later in the game, the cooldown for this is extremely low, and he can just sap people's. I haven't played him. I don't know what that's like. It sounds pretty crazy. I love this. This is so cool. This is what I wish Nico was. Nico is cute and adorable, but her kit's really boring, and the whole appearance thing is lame. It's not very good. I mean, if you're in lower elos, it's like, it can be good, but the higher you go up, people are gonna know that you're not who you're appearing to be. And Nico is just slightly strong because of her AP ratios and stuff. Take that away, and she's just useless. I don't know. She's like a weird Morgana, essentially. And Sylas, on the other hand, let's look at this again. Sylas is so, because you can basically combine any ultimate in the game as long as you're playing with this person with Sylas's kit. So basically, I believe it was Panzer Dragon, he had copied Yasuo's ultimate. So he chained, because the chain, his E has a knock-up when you land on them. He knocked him up and then pressed R and used Yasuo's ultimate to lock them down. Really cool. I saw, who was it? I can't remember who it was. Somebody was stealing Vayne's ultimate, and they Q'd, and he went invisible. So once he got to use Vayne's ultimate, all he had to do was press Q like Vayne would, even though it doesn't do the same thing. And he went invisible. It's nutty. I cannot wait to see things. My only concern is that this is going to be buggy as hell. Like, Riot really has to work on this character. They can't let the bugs build up. They really can't, because Heimerdinger, and God, I love Heimerdinger, but they let these bugs go on for too long, and they say they're not huge or impactful, but sometimes they are. Especially, you look at Mordekaiser, that champion needs some love, and he needs it fast. Anyways, let's look at the actual gameplay they have here. You can see he just took her ability, hit his Q, landed his Z, got the knock up. Now he's going to fight Gnar, and he's going to Evelyn ult her, which is really interesting. I'm curious, actually, as to how much, like, how does he, like, when you copy their ultimate, do you take their stats, or do you keep your own? Also, is it adaptive? Because he's got AP scaling, so do you, if I steal, like, Caitlyn's ultimate, am I going to adapt to AD? Interesting. Worth a thought. They got tips and tricks. The community will figure that out. This is what he looks like normally. This is his skin. I believe it's the Lunar New Year. It's really cool. His chain has like eyeballs and he's super edgy. Looks kind of like Kane. And yeah, that's it as far as this goes. I really wanted to cover Sylas. I know a lot of people probably aren't expecting League of Legends on the channel. I know it's a bit different, but this is something I play in my free time. I really, really like this game, and he's so cool. I mean, look at him. He's got like these gauntlets that look like they belong to Galio, which would make sense because in the teasers he was copying Galio's ult. He's kind of bringing down the royal family of Demacia, and the guardian, the protector is Galio, and he's going after Galio too. It's really, really cool. I like the whole Magneto vibe I'm getting from him. I like what his kit brings, how it's got, I don't want to say an easy or a low skill floor. I think it's not the highest skill floor, but it's not hard to get into. I think he has a very high ceiling. I mean, learning what all the ultimates do in combination with this kit it's going to take, like, if you ever fight against a true Sylas who knows what abilities work with this kit well and what doesn't, he's going to be a nightmare. He might be hard to balance. I don't know. It's going to be crazy. He might be the counter to OP champions. Like, oh, this character's OP, so let me steal that ultimate. Maybe not, but it's really cool to see. I love his aesthetic of how, like, he's this prisoner who just, happened to be a mage in a city that doesn't accept mages, and now he's finally getting his revenge with the help of a very, very beloved character, Lux, and he's going after characters like Garen and Jarvan, and it's just insane. I like that he fights with the chains. That's one of my favorite things about him. He fights with the chain. He doesn't just break free and now it's a character who like has shackles on him. No, he fights with the chains. 10 times better than Nico. Sorry to any fans of Nico. I don't hate her. I just feel like her kit was a little uninspired. When I heard that she was a chameleon, I was kind of hoping for something that a little bit more. So I'm very excited to see this. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I put a little bit more, what do I want to say? I don't want to say effort, but I put a little bit more into the intro than I normally do. It was kind of freaky. I've never really recorded myself like that. But yeah, thank you so much. I hope you all are excited. Look forward to more of these. If you haven't already subscribed to me, be sure to go ahead and do that. Hit the little bell button so that you get notified of all my future videos. I'm dead serious about going forward in 2019. Tater, Tots, Thoughts, and maybe some other series I bring on are going full force. I'm going to try my best to make them super fun and exciting, just like this one. Hopefully better than this. This is just starting out. So thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time.